In the bustling city of Lagos, skyscrapers stretched toward the sky, their glass facades reflecting the golden sunlight. The city thrummed with life, the sounds of traffic, markets, and voices blending into a vibrant symphony. Amidst the urban sprawl stood Umoja, a grand estate surrounded by high walls and lush greenery. It was a sanctuary of calm and luxury, a world apart from the city's hustle. Umoja was home to Adebayo Andrews, a titan of industry whose name was spoken with reverence. His influence stretched across Lagos, his power felt in every corner of the business world. Yet, despite his vast wealth and power, Adebayo's greatest treasure was not his empire. It was his daughter, Amara. Amara was 12 years old, a bright light in the Andrews household. Her eyes sparkled with kindness, and her smile carried the gentleness of her mother. Her laughter was the melody that filled the marble halls of Umoja, echoing through the grand rooms and bringing life to every corner. Outside, the lush gardens bloomed with vibrant flowers and fluttering butterflies, where Amara chased the delicate creatures under the warm sun. Amara loved sitting on her father's lap in his big leather chair, listening intently to his stories about the world beyond their estate. Most of all, she cherished her mother's hugs, warm, safe, and comforting, like being wrapped in the softest blanket. Life was perfect, a world filled with love, laughter, and light. But that light would soon be extinguished, changing everything forever. It was a Tuesday afternoon like any other. Amara played near the grand white gates of the estate, her eyes fixed on a vibrant blue butterfly fluttering just out of reach. From the veranda, Amara's mother watched her with a soft smile, her heart full of love and contentment. She turned away briefly to answer a phone call, unaware of what was about to happen. When she looked back, the garden was empty. The butterfly was gone, and so was Amara. A cold panic gripped her heart. Panic spread through the family like wildfire. The search for Amara was immediate and desperate, every moment filled with growing dread. Police officers and private detectives combed through every corner of the city and beyond, following every lead, no matter how small. News outlets plastered Amara's smiling face on billboards, television screens, and newspapers. Rewards promised fortunes for any clue leading to her return. Despite the relentless search, the trail grew cold. Days turned into months, and months into years with no sign of Amara. After 3 agonizing years, the family held a symbolic burial, an empty casket laid to rest in the family plot, a painful admission of loss. For Amara's mother, the symbolic burial was a death sentence of the soul. Her spirit broke beyond repair, and she faded into silence. Her grief consumed her, and soon she followed her daughter into the quiet darkness, leaving the family shattered and alone. Mr. Andrews, once a man of unshakable strength, became a shadow of himself. The weight of loss pressed heavily on his shoulders, dimming the fire in his eyes. He withdrew from the world, retreating into solitude. His vast business empire was left in the hands of trusted advisors as he vanished from public life. The grand mansion grew silent. The once lively halls echoed only with memories, and the joyful laughter that had filled the rooms was gone. Outside, the gardens became wild and untended, flowers wilting and paths overgrown, mirroring the neglect within. The silence was deafening, a void where love and laughter once thrived, leaving only the hollow ache of absence. Years passed. The sharp edges of grief softened but never disappeared, a constant ache beneath the surface of his being. One evening, at a charity gala filled with glittering lights and elegant guests, a woman named Radina entered his life. Radina was vibrant and confident, unlike anyone Mr. Andrews had known since his loss. Her presence was electric, drawing attention effortlessly. She brought light back into the mansion, slowly filling the empty spaces with warmth and life once more. From the ashes of grief, a fragile romance blossomed, tentative, delicate, but full of hope for a new beginning. Far from the glittering world of wealth and power, a girl named Amara fought to survive. Kidnapped and held captive for 2 years, she escaped into a world that had all but forgotten her. The trauma fractured her memories, but fragments remained. the sound of her father's laugh, the softness of her mother's touch, and the image of the white gates of home. For 6 years, Amara lived on the streets, a ghost among the crowds, invisible to most but fighting every day to survive. One day, her eyes caught a wedding poster plastered on a wall. Her father, older but unmistakable, standing beside a woman named Radina. The realization struck her like lightning. Her father was alive, and she was still his daughter. Determined, Amara set out on a grueling journey over 100 kilometers to the Palm Grove Resort, where the wedding was to take place. Weak, barefoot, and ragged, she arrived at the grand gates of the resort, a world away from the life she had known. Guards barred her way, their faces hard and unwelcoming. The bride herself, Radina, appeared and publicly humiliated Amara, ordering her beaten. Amara was dragged down, beaten and humiliated in front of the guests, her hope flickering under the weight of cruelty. Then Evelyn, Mr. Andrews' stepdaughter and a powerful woman, arrived. She stopped the violence and recognized the girl, the lost Amara. The truth shattered the wedding's illusion. Mr. Andrews arrived, stunned to see the daughter he had mourned for nearly a decade. Tears flowed freely as father and daughter embraced, the years of pain and separation melting away in that moment. But the joy was shadowed by dark secrets. Evelyn uncovered a conspiracy. Radina had orchestrated Amara's kidnapping and poisoned her mother to clear her path to the Andrews fortune. With the help of loyal allies, the truth was exposed. Radina's schemes unraveled, and she was brought to justice. The family began the slow process of healing. Amara, with Evelyn's support, reclaimed her life, her education, and her voice. Together, they founded the Bright Seed Foundation, dedicated to helping lost and abused girls across Nigeria, a beacon of hope born from their own pain. Under the jacaranda tree in the garden where she had once been taken, Amara wrote her story, a testament to survival, resilience, and the unbreakable bonds of family. The past was a chapter closed, but the future stretched before her, bright and full of promise. The girl who was lost had truly come home.